Hey guys, it's Zach from the Too Heavy Wrestling Podcast, and welcome back to the 30 Days of WrestleMania. In this episode, we're going to be talking about CM Punk versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 29. And looking back on this match, being now that it's been 10 years, who would have thought what would have changed in the wrestling industry in those last 10 years? For starters, CM Punk would have later retired, quote unquote, from the WWE just less than a year later in January of 2014. And who would have thought that the next year at WrestleMania 30, the beloved streak from The Undertaker would have come to an end. Now, everybody knew CM Punk's thoughts at the time whenever this match came about, and he honestly was the right opponent for The Undertaker that year. But due to the overlaying fact that CM Punk was not happy with his current spot in the WWE, you all but wondered why they would put him in this spot, only because no one really thought he was going to win. Of course, we didn't think anyone was going to beat The Undertaker, especially the next year. But this match had a lot of story built up to it. CM Punk was, of course, trying to get over the fact that he hasn't had the main event of WrestleMania, and this technically didn't put him in the main event either, but what other bigger match than the main event is there than one with The Undertaker? CM Punk being with Paul Heyman at the time, there was a lot of mind games going on too, so of course they brought back the urn in which CM Punk was able to quote-unquote get over / quote-unquote control The Undertaker in some way. But this match went longer than a lot of people probably would have thought for the two that were in the ring. This was one of Undertaker's last matches in which he was actually moving around pretty well, and he actually did most of his bigger spots that he would do in a regular match. CM Punk played the taunting heel that he was playing at the time and did a lot of the Undertaker shticks, and everything worked really well in this match, in my opinion. My favorite spot was, of course, during CM Punk's Anaconda Vice, is when Undertaker decided to do his famous sit-up from basically rising from the dead, and it played a really good part in that match, and when I go back and look at it, it always pops me every time. And both of these guys got their finishers off. CM Punk was kicking out of a lot more finishers than I thought he would, and that did pull a lot from the crowd because, you know, a couple choke slams, a couple tombstones from The Undertaker, not a lot of people are going to kick out from those. And I always come back to this because in looking at it now, we now know the next year that Undertaker lost his streak, and now knowing that, you know, Punk was already kind of out the door whenever it came down to this anyway, because like I said, less than a year later, he was already out of the company. But overall, as one of CM Punk's final matches in the WWE, it was one that I feel really special about, and I'm glad that I was able to bring this up during the series because it does play a big part in what we have seen during the PG era. CM Punk was one of the bigger names through his career, and he was coming to an end of it with WWE, and I honestly think that him not getting a match with The Undertaker would have kind of felt wrong. He had versed him many times in the past before, but he never had that WrestleMania match with him. So this did culminate well with me, but what are your guys' thoughts in the comments down below? Of course, we're going through 30 days of WrestleMania, and we did this list kind of to play off a lot of different sides with each match. So we want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments. But this has been Zach with Too Heavy. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you guys subscribe for more content, and we'll see you guys in the next video.